We've had a great year so far, knock on wood. We had our Q4 and Q1 earnings, and we're growing double-digit growth, and margins continue to improve. So far, things are really going well. In February, we announced a strategic investment by WPP. Sir Martin Sorrell came in and put 20% into the company. And that's been fantastic. And why we did that, two reasons. One, we wanted TV presence and cross-media measurement service in every single country outside of the US. In the US, we have services, I'm happy to talk about them, but outside of the US, Kantar has 48 plus or so countries where they are the TV measurement of service of choice. There's these JICs, these joint industry committees, and they choose one vendor for TV and one vendor for digital. In a lot of cases, we are the vendor for digital, and in a lot of cases, they're the vendor of TV. So it was a good marriage to come together in those countries. So we're going to be coming out with products for cross-media measurement for both reach and frequency to measure the incremental reach across platforms, and then obviously also the next step would be to measure the advertising associated with cross-platform across cross-platforms. We've already announced, just in the past, so things have been going really, really well. We already announced that Spain is going to be our first market of choice. We'll roll it out this year, and we'll announce other countries with Kantar. So with the Kantar relationship, it's a minimum of at least 10 years. It's exclusive to us and them, so we're working together. We're the digital and they're the TV, and we're coming up together with solutions for cross-platform, again, outside of the US. In the US, we have a lot of different services as well on cross-platform. Our focus is big on that in that space. We'll be launching a syndicated cross-platform service in the US later this year, in the next month or so. And that will give brands, and give, let's say, for example, take an example like ESPN. ESPN, we've done the analysis. For males of 18 plus, the additional of mobile and PC gives them an additional incremental unique audience of 21%. So without having that cross-platform knowledge, they wouldn't have known that their audience size would have grown by an additional 21%, because there's a lot of folks out there that just use the content of ESPN on either mobile or desktop and never use it on TV. So these are not duplicative. These are unique, so that you can then add them across these platforms. That's the stuff that we're going to be rolling out, and then obviously doing the ad measurement. So a lot going on. Big focus on cross-platform, as I said, both in the US and overseas. And the WPP thing is also important for us, because while WPP is a very strategic investor, they're an investor. They did not take a board seat. They did not take a board observer with the company. We remain 100% independent. And we have very strategic relationships with Publicis, with Omnicom, with IPG, and we will continue having those. The WPP thing is just a strategic investment to make sure that we can get into Kantar, to have that Kantar relationship for outside of the US.
And the other question I have, OTT is going gangbusters. Some people say, some publishers say that, and some advertisers say that the measurement around OTT is a little bit difficult, and that you guys are working on it. What's the state of measurement on OTT?
That. So it's not 100% there yet, but like take for example like Hulu. Hulu has 50% of all of its traffic not on the desktop. It's across on OTT devices, so outside of the traditional desktop. So now how do we measure that? We measure that today for them. We measure also the co-viewing. So when somebody is actually on their desktop or on their iPad or on the linear TV, and actually also watching Hulu content, be it on all of these OTT devices. So there is. Now, is it perfect? We do a combination of tagging. We put our SDKs in there, stuff. So is it 100% perfect? No. But are we getting there? Absolutely. And we're going to roll out things that I can't comment to at this stage, but we're going to roll out in a few months additional new technologies that are specific for OTT to measure the Netflix, to measure Hulu, better measure Hulu, Amazon Prime, and you name it, Roku, and you name it, across, at least focus initially in the United States and then roll it out across the world.